I spent hours on crypto Twitter, so you don't have to. Here's what's happening. Ondo, one of the largest tokenized stock issuers, just held a summit focused on asset tokenization. I'm still digging through all the announcements from the summit, but a few things have caught my eye so far. First, as far as the financial world or regulatory world goes, there was kind of a star-studded lineup. Most notably, there was a representative from the White House, one of the president's advisors on digital assets. Unsurprisingly, there were also reps from BlackRock. The other two things that caught my eye were on the regulatory front. The first actually seems to be a bit of non-news. There's a lot of discussion about European Union regulatory approval for Ondo's tokenized asset products. But it looks like the initial announcement for this came months ago. But if you didn't see that initial announcement, this is still pretty interesting. The upshot is that companies have actually moved more quickly for EU regulatory approval on tokenized stocks. The other announcement was on the US regulatory front. I wouldn't call it a bombshell, but Ondo announced that it's submitted for regulatory approval from the SEC. Certainly doesn't mean it'll get it. And it's not entirely clear what the implications of this particular approval would be for tokenized stocks. The SEC doesn't currently have some rule or regulatory window that's like, if you submit this particular filing, you're good to issue tokenized assets. So this particular approval would be about disclosure requirements related to securities. In any case, I asked a couple people in crypto world what they thought about the news. Their perception is that Backed Finance, which issues X stocks, is actually ahead of Ondo on this regulatory front. Their view is if they ultimately get this approval, they'll be kind of on par with X stocks. In any case, this is more news, more signs of things moving forward in the tokenized stocks world.